Hello scholars, you're welcome to Edu Math Hub. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the chemistry JAMB 2025 syllabus so you can know where to study and where to put your energy on. Let's take the first one. The first part is the separation techniques, okay? This is like the beginning of chemistry. These are the basic things you need to know. This part, JAMB normally set questions on this particular part very, very well. Questions of like number 1 question, number 2, 3, like the first 5 questions, most of the time, it always comes out from this particular topic. So you want to master this topic very well and make sure you understand the basics from this particular chapter of the syllabus. Now, the next part is chemical combination. You need to master how elements combine. How do elements combine? That's about your stoichiometry, talking about moles and the mole concept, as you can see here, the mole concept. You need to master stoichiometry very well. Law of definite proportions, law of conservation of matter, Gay-Lussac law, Avogadro law, and all this other stuff like that. So you need to master those particular parts. That's basically your calculations. Then you need to master the fact that you don't have to be using calculator all the time. You need to master fast and speed calculation. The next part is the kinetic theory of matter and gas laws, talking about the Boyle's law, the Charles law, and everything. You need to know about vaporization, change of states, basically, boiling, freezing, latent state of vaporization, and stuff like that. The next one, you want to know about the Brownian movement. Okay, the factors that can prove the kinetic theory of matter, as in the examples. The next one, you want to know about the laws of Boyle, Charles law, Graham's law, Dalton law of partial pressure. Then this is the ideal gas equation, which is P equals the nRT. Okay, you need to know why do real gases deviate from the ideal standard. You also need to know about that. They can ask question on that. Then relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass. You need to know about that too, because vapor density is molecular mass divided by 2. You need to know about that. And the next one is atomic structure and bonding. This one is very, very important. You cannot do without this part. You need to master the information of the covalent bond, ionic bond, talking about the concept of atoms, who discovered proton, who discovered neutron, who discovered electron, and so on like that. The shape of the orbitals, s orbital, p orbital, you want to master it. If you have a very good textbook, which you're going to see at the end of this video, I'll show you some recommended textbook by JAMB that will really help you to break down this chapter very, very well. So atomic structure is very, very important. Electronic configuration, how to draw the atomic structure of any of the elements, maybe the first 20 elements. Then you talk about the periodicity of elements. How do the periodicity varies across the table? Maybe down the group, talking about electronegativity, talking about electropositivity, ionic radius, atomic radius. How do they vary? Maybe from left to right on the periodic table or down the group. How do they vary? You need to master that. So I'm posting a video very soon on that so you can really understand it. The next one is chemical bonding. So chemical bonding, we're talking about the electrovalency and covalency of elements and of compounds. Okay, so you need to talk about these complex ions like that you have here. You need to know how they are formed. Hydrogen bonding, ionic bond. You also talk about the shape of molecules, the shape of CO2, the shape of water, the shape of chlorine, the shape of methane, ammonia, and so on. Look at the basic ones you need to focus on. They've already given it to you. Okay, so you need to know the shapes. Okay, talk about nuclear chemistry. Okay, types and property of radiation. So we talk about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma, and so on. Then nuclear reactions, talk about nuclear fission and fusion. Then the calculation of half-life. Then the next one is air. They also ask questions on air. In short, last year they asked 2 questions on air in the JAMB mock, but they asked about 3 in the real exam, the real JAMB exam. So you need to know about air, talking about gaseous exchange of constituents and properties in the air, like nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, noble gases, and so on. Air as a mixture and the reaction of air. You need to know about that. The next one is water. So water is a product of hydrogen and its combustion by volume. Okay, formation of water being an exothermic reaction. Then water as a solvent. Water is normally called universal solvent. So you need to know why it is called like that. Then hard and soft water. What causes hardness in water? What causes temporary hardness? What causes water to be soft? So you need to know about that. Then treatment of water for town supply. Water of crystallization. Talking about efflorescence, deliquescence, hygroscopic. Examples of substances that are hygroscopic in nature or deliquescent. The next one we're going to move to is solubility. You need to master this topic very well. Solubility. You normally ask questions on it. So solubility, you want to talk about unsaturated and saturated, supersaturated solutions. Solubility curves, the one that will give you like a graph. Then you have to pick the solubility values from there. Then solvents for fat and oil, what can dissolve fat, what can dissolve oil and stuff like that. Then force solutions, talking about suspensions and colloids. Then environmental pollution, this topic is, let me say important, but it's not that important. Don't skip it though, don't skip it, but study it. But the questions from there don't normally follow each other like that. Okay, the questions from there, but they don't normally follow each other. So though it's still important, so just make sure you study it. So you're talking about pollutions and pollutants, chlorofluorocarbons, and things that can cause the depletion of the ozone layer. That's what this chapter is all about. So it's not that really important. Then but this one is very important: acid, bases, and salt. So you'll be seeing questions from acid. Talk about the general properties of acid, properties of base. Acids have sour taste. They give off CO2 gas when they react with charged carbon, force salt. They also give off hydrogen gas when they react with a metal, and so on like that. You need to master those things. An acid is defined as a substance whose aqueous solution furnishes hydrogenium ion or as a proton donor. So you need to know all these things. You need to talk about base. Base, okay, reaction of acid and base. That's the transition reaction. Okay, then salt. Talk about salt, acidic salt, normal salt, alkaline salt, basic salt, and so on. The pH scale, the calculation, you need to master it too. Simple calculations, the one that you do like this: pH is equals to minus log 10 H plus. This type, you need to master it. So oxidation and reduction reaction, very important part of the syllabus. You want to know how to calculate the oxidation number very well. Then oxidation and reduction in terms of electron transfer, you want to also master that. Examples of reducing agent, example of oxidizing agent. How can you identify an oxidizing agent? Electron transfer and stuff like that. How to balance redox reactions in maybe acidic medium. You also need to know about that. The next one is electrolysis. Also very important. This chapter talk about the definition, the varieties of electrolysis, the calculation aspects, types of electrolytes, factors affecting the discharge of ions and electrodes, use of electrolysis, what is used for. So then corrosion as an energy process, very important. Then the rate of chemical reaction, that's what you'll be talking about. Surface area, addition of catalyst, temperature, reaction rate curves, and so on. So this topic is very important too, very important. Then the next one is chemical equilibrium. We'll be talking about the Chatela's principle, equilibrium constants, and so on. So this topic is very important. On my last set, they asked 3 questions on this topic, 3 questions in the same JAMB exam, 3 questions. So you need to be very careful. This topic is wide. When I say wide, I mean it's wide. You need to master it very well. Non-metals and their compounds, then metals and their compounds. For non-metals and their compounds, we're talking about compounds of oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. For metals, we're talking about maybe sodium, group 1, group 2 elements, aluminium, how is aluminium extracted, how is iron extracted from their ores. This topic is wide, so you need to dedicate a lot of time to study these 2 topics. And they always ask questions from there. The next one is the father of all of them, which is organic chemistry. Talking about organic compounds, you need to be crazy about this particular part. If you're not strong in this part, it's going to affect you. So a good textbook will break it down for you, talking about alkanes, isomerism, how to draw the structures, organic nomenclature, how to name these compounds, no matter how complex they are, how to name them. Let's talk about amines, carbohydrate classification, monosaccharides, disaccharides, the composition, the chemical text that can tell you if this is sugar, this is not a sugar, you understand? And how would they react. The next one is chemistry and the industry. This one, question doesn't normally come out from this one. So you can skip this one. It's not that much, not that important. And the last one is the recommended textbooks. So these are the recommended textbooks for JAMB 2025 chemistry. So this textbook here, this one that I highlighted here, Understanding Chemistry, it's very good. If you can get it, maybe buy it from a bookshop. It will really help you a lot. Very important. Follow the syllabus accordingly, and that's all the basic things that you need. Okay, so in total, I'll advise you to start studying right now. It's not too late to start studying. Start studying right now. Start covering this syllabus and get a good past question. When you read, do the past question and solve questions on that particular topic. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video to friends so they too can enjoy the benefits of this video. I'm going to post some more videos later. Okay? Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you. Remain blessed until I see you guys again in the next one. Peace.